This week marks 25 years since Uluru was handed back to its traditional owners, the Anangu people. Amy Marshall spoke to traditional owner and former chairman of the Uluru Katajuta Management Board, Donald Fraser.
What do you remember about the handback of Uluru to traditional owners in October 1985?
It started in 1970 and this is the longest land right fight because of the rock. And today is the time to look back and commemorate all our families who fought really tirelessly to get this far.
What sorts of things would you like to see happen at the National Park in the next 25 years?
We would like to develop more and upgrade many things around the rock and infrastructure and also community that are caretaking the rock, because there's a lot of traditional owners everywhere in this country who come from way back.
You faced a lot of opposition from the Northern Territory government of the time during your fight for the handback. What's the Northern Territory government's attitude been like since then?
I think they're behaving good now, but before it was, people thought it was racist, but really they should have been patient enough to listen to the Aboriginal people in the centre, and we wanted to explain to the government, you know, we want our land back, given back to the old people before they pass away, so that we can share it with the world.
About 300,000 tourists visit Uluru each year and contribute an estimated $400 million to the Australian economy. This translates to about $2 million a year for traditional owners. Do you think they're getting a fair deal?
Australia is benefiting more than the traditional owners. The traditional owners are putting the money back into the park, and also very little percentage go to the traditional owners, as well as the communities in the territory and also South Australia. But there's a lot of complaint about Ayers Rock, Mudijulu and the communities not being successful, not being well. That's because of the government not funding properly. If we're going to work together, if we're going to live together in Australia, be fair and fund properly. That's where we're lacking. And there's a word called closing the gap, and I can see the word called closing the gap with Aboriginal people, not only here but everywhere. They need to work with the people, they need to listen. If they want to close the gap, well, the gap's going to go further and further and further unless they listen, unless they sit down and listen, then it will work. I can see closing a gap that way.